Your cats may forget small everyday things, but certain moments leave marks they never let go of. Research shows that cats carry something very close to episodic memory, especially when they go through experiences that awaken deep emotion. These are the gestures that stay forever in your cat's lives, shaping how they will remember you even when their whiskers have turned white. Number 1. Pay attention to how they touch your face. Most people pet their cats in a way that is not ideal. Usually the hand goes to the top of the head or behind the ears, but there is one place that carries a much deeper emotional meaning, something like 10 times more intense. And cats spend their entire lives hoping you notice it. It is the temporal gland, located between the eye and the ear, that soft, warm spot where the cheek meets the temple. When a mother cat cleans her kittens, she focuses exactly there. This movement releases a wave of oxytocin that literally changes how the kitten reacts to stress. And here is what is remarkable. According to researchers at Oregon State University, cats who are frequently petted in that region show cortisol levels about 40% lower throughout their lives. Not only in the moment, permanently. Specialists say only about 1 in every 20 cat caretakers discovers this point on their own. There are scent glands there that release pheromones when touched with delicacy. It is a slow, gentle, circular movement with just the fingertip. These pheromones create what researchers call a social odor memory, which becomes part of the cat's permanent emotional map. When you touch that point, you are literally imprinting your presence into their nervous system. This memory does not fade. It strengthens through a process called consolidation, where the brain transforms meaningful experiences into permanent memories. Number 2. The everyday words they expect to hear. Your cats need something that has nothing to do with food or play. Japanese researchers using functional brain scans discovered that cats who are spoken to frequently develop a thicker auditory cortex. The part of the brain responsible for processing human speech literally grows, creating new neural connections that were not there before. But there is a serious side to this. Cats raised in silent homes show neurological patterns similar to cats experiencing hearing loss. Their brains literally shrink from lack of stimulation. Your cats need you to narrate your life to them. Studies show that they can distinguish something like 30 to 40 human words, but they understand hundreds of tone patterns. And it is not baby talk. A high-pitched tone imitates the sound of distressed kittens, which increases anxiety. They need a normal speaking tone, the same tone you would use with a friend. Tell them about the difficult meeting. Explain why you chose that specific can of food. Comment on the weather while you both look out the window. And here is something surprising. Cats know when you are talking about them and when you are talking directly to them. They recognize emotional states just from the rhythm of your voice. In homes with several cats where there is very little human conversation, many develop what specialists call selective mutism. They simply stop meowing. They learn that communication does not create connection. Number 3. What happens between 5 and 7 in the morning? Your cats perform a morning ritual that you probably ignore every day. Between 5 and 7 in the morning, cats perform what is called a social check. They need to confirm that the group is intact. In the wild, this meant checking that everyone survived the night. Researchers at the University of Georgia observed something remarkable. The way you respond in the first 10 seconds determines the cat's emotional state for the rest of the day. Cats who receive morning acknowledgement, even something simple like a few words, a gentle touch, or a slow blink, show very different behavior during the next 16 hours. They eat about 30% more throughout the day. They play twice as much. They sleep better, falling into deep sleep more quickly. Cats who are ignored during this moment increase hiding behavior, lose appetite, and show something painful. After about 12 days of being ignored in these morning encounters, they stop trying. The neural pathway that supports this bonding behavior begins to be pruned, a process called synaptic elimination. The cat's brain literally stops expecting connection. The acknowledgement does not need to be elaborate. You do not need to get up, a quiet good morning, a hand extended, or simply opening your eyes and looking at them. These small gestures activate their attachment system for the entire day. Number 4. The signal almost everyone misses. Every cat has a limit to how much petting they can handle, and most people cross it without realizing, causing emotional overload. The Cornell Feline Health Center identified what they call the petting threshold, the point where pleasure becomes excessive stimulation. Signs include a trembling tail, rippling skin, ears leaning back, shifting body weight, or dilated pupils. This is not a mood swing. It is their nervous system showing that it cannot process any more touch without triggering a stress response. The receptors in the skin become overloaded and send alert signals to the brain. When you respect these signs and stop immediately, something deep happens in the cat's brain. They release GABA, a neurotransmitter that strengthens trust pathways. They learn that you are safe precisely because you know when to stop. This creates something called predictive comfort. Their nervous system prepares to feel safe when you approach. But when you ignore the signals, you activate the sympathetic nervous system, the same system responsible for fight or flight responses triggered by predators. Some cats endure this for years, accumulating a stress debt that eventually appears as aggression, withdrawal, or stress-related illness. Cats keep a detailed memory of every boundary respected or violated. These memories do not disappear. They form the safety map they have of you. Some cats spend their entire lives mapping humans as dangerous, never truly relaxing. If you are enjoying the video, do not forget to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to the channel so that every time I post a new video, you will know. Thank you. Number 5. The way you leave the house changes everything. You probably traumatize your cats every time you leave home. Research from the University of Lincoln shows that about 20 minutes before you leave, the cat enters pre-departure anxiety. They recognize your routine: picking up your keys, putting on your shoes, picking up your bag. Their heart rate increases by about 30%. Stress hormones flood the body. Pupils dilate to the maximum. Most people either ignore the cats in that moment or make long emotional goodbyes, which makes the situation worse. Both behaviors cause lasting psychological damage. Cats need a departure ritual, a calm, consistent pattern that signals return. Specialists recommend something very specific: a phrase said always in the same tone, a treat left always in the same place, or a toy that appears only in those moments. Through repetition, this creates anticipatory safety in the hippocampus. Cats with established departure rituals show 50% less destructive behavior when alone. They maintain normal eating. They do not develop those common stress-related urinary infections. Scans show that the amygdala, the fear center, remains calm during your absence. Without this ritual, the cats spend hours in a state of alertness, sitting near the door, muscles tense, unable to relax, waiting for a return they cannot predict. Constant stress weakens the immune system, shortens life expectancy, and changes personality. Number 6. The silent watch they need and almost never receive. When cats are sick, they need something many people interpret incorrectly. Sick cats do not only need medical care. They need what researchers call social proximity without interaction. This comes from their wild ancestors. A wounded cat would stay where others could see them, but without physical contact, to recover in safety. Researchers at the University of California, Davis, discovered that cats who receive this type of presence recover significantly faster. Immune markers improve about 25% faster. White blood cell counts stabilize sooner. Appetite returns days earlier. But what does this proper presence mean? It means being in the same room, doing something calm, like reading or working at the computer. It is not checking constantly, and certainly not forcing affection, just being there. The silent presence of the person they are bonded to releases immunoglobulin A, an antibody that fights infection. Your quiet company strengthens their immune system through psychoneuroimmunology. Leaving a sick cat alone does not help them rest. Isolation triggers abandonment stress, which suppresses the immune system and extends illness by up to 40%. A cat does not become seriously ill many times in their life. These moments become core memories stored in the limbic system, where emotional experiences remain forever. Number 7. The words they wait their entire life to hear. Cats know when they are dying. Research at the Veterinary Hospital of Colorado State University confirms that cats show clear behavioral changes weeks before the end. But they wait for something specific from you. Cats have a biological instinct to hide weakness because this protected them from predators in the wild. But indoors, this instinct becomes suffering. They want to rest but feel they cannot because they believe this could emotionally hurt you. Veterinarians specializing in end-of-life care observe that cats whose caretakers verbally acknowledge what is happening show reduced cortisol levels. Purring increases. They seek more closeness. They eat better. And they seem, in a certain way, at peace. They need to hear that everything is all right, that you know that they do not have to pretend anymore, that they were good, that they are loved, and that when they are ready, they may go. This does not mean giving up on treatment. It means creating an emotional space where death is not denied, but welcomed with gentleness. Your cats will only die once. The way you guide that moment becomes their final memory, recorded until their last moment of consciousness. Did you know these 7 curiosities? Tell me in the comments if you notice these behaviors in your cats. I will read every comment. Now, did you know that there are 20 things your cats love but you probably never noticed? In the video that is on the screen, I talk exactly about that. Click on the screen and continue with me in the amazing world of cats.